Hi guys, welcome back to Mat Talk with Aaliyah, and today I am here with Peck, Coach of the Year 2023 Regional Champ Coach Destyne Peck. Hi, Coach Destyne, how are you?
Good. Just got back from practice and trying to get ready for states. It's weird, like hearing you say it, like in a row. It's a huge accomplishment, but it takes a lot of work.
Yeah, I mean, I would know cheering under you. I know the hard work that it takes. Okay, well, I just have a few things that I want to talk to you about today. So first things first is going to just be like walk me through the journey to regionals. Like what did that look like for Jefferson this year?
Well, starting in, we didn't realize that, we had some people come back who didn't cheer their junior year. Like Riley, she cheered her freshman year and then decided to go to All-Stars. And then Araya, she cheered her freshman and sophomore year and then took a break her junior year. So I really didn't know what was coming into Jefferson. We knew that we had just lost 3 seniors that were, in our routine, that were bases. And it's hard to replace bases, especially at like the level of stunting that West Virginia does. So going in kind of blind and not really knowing, what was coming up was kind of a little worrisome. We had just came out of being state champs, which is a huge victory and accomplishment for Jefferson. And so we got, this team of hardworking athletes. I have Colleen and Jenny with me. And so, like, putting that all together, we looked really promising. Going into EPAC, we were ready. I feel like that's probably the best performance we've ever given at EPAC. Mm-hmm. And then one of our girls got hurt, and we always do like a comp before regionals. And so we had to like make a decision, like do we go ahead and try to go 3 groups or do we go 2 groups? And so we made a decision to go ahead and put our alternate in, still compete 13. But because it's such a short period of time, we had to go 2 groups. And we still scored really well. Reese jumped in there and was able to, execute what we needed her to execute. And we pulled it off and, we were regional champs. But it took a lot of work and a lot of change to get there.
Awesome. So that just shows that the journey was not easy. For everyone who thinks that the journey is easy, it was not easy. Well, that's awesome that you all were able to like quickly make your adjustments, and also like the competition before regionals, that helps a lot because then you're like, okay, we're going to get our jitters out one more time. We're going to change whatever we need to change before we put it on the regional floor. So smart coaching.
Yes, thank you.
So obviously you guys have been regional champs. I don't even know how many times is it, Destyne, at this point? How many times have we been?
Always knows this answer, and I always I'm wrong, and she's like, wait, it's really this. So I think it's what I'm going to say is wrong. So I want to say now, since I've been with Colleen, we've only not went once, and only went in second once or twice. But I coached 2 years prior to that. So I want to say we've done it 13 times.
Wow. Wow. Because I mean, when I cheered at Jefferson, and the one time that you probably didn't go to states was one of my years.
It was devastating.
Yeah. And I mean, we won my freshman through sophomore year. Freshman through junior year. So my senior year was the only year that we did not go. So I was like, how many has it been? But you've been there a billion times. You've heard your name called for regionals first a lot of times, more than people can ever imagine. So what was the feeling like when your name was called again? Like when you were called for champs and you ran to the floor?
It never gets old. You know what I mean? Because you don't want your name not to be called. But it just feels really good because even though there's a lot of different regions. I guess there's 4 regions, and all of them are different. In our region, we're still really trying to develop athletes. A lot of regions have different all-star teams to pull from, or they're working 24/7 in the gym to get ready for their high school team, and they have a lot of great middle schools. And so like we used to have a lot of really great middle schools, and our middle schools are still rebuilding. And so coaches are really having to, not saying that no other coach has to coach, but really having to develop the talent. And so to know where we started at the beginning of the year, where we were like, can we hit this routine? Is it too hard for us? Do we have to dumb it down? What do we do? because we still have to go to the region. We can't fall, we can't
Right.
fall apart,
Right.
So being able to go from the journey of, putting it all together to having your name called, it's always worth it. With our region always trying to get better and improve, we are able to kind of, I don't know how to say it, we're able to do what we can do, but still progress and be able to put harder skills in for state. So, we're able to kind of play around and be a little bit more safe, and then kind of go, I don't want to say balls to the wall, but
basically.
put it all in there and jack it up for state. So we're playing around with that, which is fun.
Yeah. So I always wonder what your thoughts were when your name is called, because I'm like, I mean, she's got to know. Like, she's got to know. Once you watch your routine, and you got to know that it's going to be called at some point, whether first or second. So it's also really cool that it's been 13. That's major. So you're the GOAT. You already know that. So obviously you had the injury right before the Robert Seberg competition?
Yeah, it was right before RCB, yep.
So other than that, has Jefferson faced any other obstacles this season? Like anything that people might not know about?
I mean, I would say basically, honestly, like confidence. Like the biggest thing we've had to like work with our kids is confidence. We're like, do you not see what you're doing? Do you not see like your routine and they don't believe that they are as strong sometimes as they are, or they're as good. And so we as coaches have really had to like pull that out of them. Like, hit that stunt with confidence. Go out there and we always tell them to be nice and to be sweet, and like karma will come back around. But like when you hit that floor, you need to act like you're the baddest and the best.
Right.
And so like we've been able to pull that out. But I mean, besides normal injuries, sprained ankles, shin splints, and stuff like that, it's honestly been within themselves that they've had the biggest issue to overcome, more than injury of any sort. And you don't really you watch the video, like, yeah, right, but they do. Like at practice, it's one thing to go ahead and hit your stuff, but you got to do it with confidence and know that it's the best.
Right.
So we've been really trying to help them with that.
Wow, honestly, but that's an obstacle. Like, if the way that they performed at regionals, like that's definitely an obstacle that it takes time, but also like you can tell that y'all have worked towards it a lot, because they go out there and they sell it. So is there more injuries with the mats and fulls this year, or less than when it was on the gym floor?
I would definitely say that the mats help, even with bounders and stuff like that. But adding the fulls in, it's hard on their bodies. Even people who have thrown fulls for a long time and can throw Arabian through the fulls, it's still hard, especially the ones that come from All-Stars. They're used to having a little bit more give in that spring floor when they land. That dead mat is literally a dead mat.
Yeah.
It's better. It's better than the hardwood floor, but it's still a dead mat. And the routines are so fast, and you don't have much time to think and kind of prepare. You kind of have to just do, and you have to do them over and over again to make sure that you can actually do it. So I would say that shin splints and ankles have definitely become gotten more of a beating, since fulls have been in. Knees a little bit more, but we haven't actually, except for the one injury, had too much of it, because we don't have a full team of fulls. We have a lot of bounders and stuff like that. So the ones that are throwing the fulls, when they first started, they kind of got it beaten, and then now they're kind of getting used to it. So.
Well, that's good. Hopefully we get, as a Eastern Panhandle, we get more fulls coming soon. That would be super nice. And so then lastly, your score at regionals was skyrocket high, and you weren't even expecting it to be that high, because you felt like you didn't put everything you wanted to out on the floor. So how do you go from there to state? You're okay, I just got this high score for region, and I want to make my routine harder. Where do you build in that category going into state? What's your preparation?
Yeah, so it's all about execution is what we say it's going to come down to. Everyone's going to be, I always say this, checking boxes, right? Everyone's going to try to get those skills in that elite. Everyone's going to try to get their skills in their pyramid and try to put up two mans. We are one of, there's 8 teams at states, and there are, I think, only 4 teams that are going 13.
Wow.
So I mean that helps. You know, usually you're used to seeing everyone going 13. You know, so I mean I just think that the ones that are going less, they're just as strong. There's just something visually that I love about seeing three groups up in the air, and your pyramid able to do a little bit more and stuff like
better.
that. So yeah, so it's going to come down to like execution and who puts on that show. People are going to have some more tumbling than this and some more tumbling than that. But the score sheets work really well with how you can hit in elite or where your score category goes, because you judge yourself prior to going into states, which is new this year. So you basically tell them what's in the routine. The safety check kind of sees it. They can bring back out the sheets to make sure you did or you didn't do it. And then you kind of know where you fall in that range. And everyone's going to kind of fall in the same range. It's going to just be like, was that low to high more solid, and was that flyer better? Did they hit that and execute it better? Execution's 10 points. I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So you really have to make sure that everything you do is just perfect.
It's one of those things where it's like, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Like it's gotta be basically perfect. Yeah, I get it. So I am so excited because I'm coming to States this year. I haven't been to States in like, I don't even know how long. I probably haven't been to States. I haven't been to States since I cheered. So I'm so excited. Yep, I'm coming to States to watch, and yeah, I'm so excited to watch you guys, and so excited to see you and Colleen. Like, I miss you guys.
That makes me so happy.
I know. My mom's probably gonna try to come too, but
the whole fam.
I know. So
well, they've always been super supportive. They're at EPAC and regionals, and so we really love that.
She's a diehard Cougar fan. She's never gonna stop. Well, thank you for your time. I know that you're busy getting ready for States, and thanks for coming to Matt Talk with Aaliyah.
Thank you, Aaliyah. Bye.